Scorpio, what's going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Scorpio love reading. In this Scorpio reading today, we are going to take a look at your romantic person of interest and how they really feel about you here in March 2025. We're also going to look at what they're thinking about you, what their intentions are toward you, and what their most likely actions are going to be as we move through March 2025. Then I'm going to finish the reading off by getting you some advice from the universe on how to navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person, like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should play it so things work out in the way that's best for you. So let's get on with this Scorpio love reading today. Let's get started with 3 cards for how does Scorpio's romantic person of interest really feel about Scorpio in March 2025, please. Okay. Make sure nothing else flipped over there. All right. On the bottom of the deck, what's underlying this person's feelings for you, Scorpio? 9 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. This is a step backwards from the 10 of Pentacles, which is like building a life together, combining lives together. I get the 10 of Pentacles for people when they live together, when they're engaged, when they're married, when they're going down that kind of a path of like combining their lives together. This is a step back from that. This is single energy. This is like independent, single, abundant, prosperous in my own right. I don't need you to physically take care of me or financially take care of me. I can do all that for myself. This doesn't necessarily mean that someone wants to be single. It doesn't even actually mean that someone is single. I get this card a lot for people when they're not single, but they present themselves as if they're single in the physical world. I got the 9 of Cups right behind that. There's 2 single energies in the deck, and this is both of them right back to back. This is physically single. This 9 of Cups is emotionally single. This is personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. It's a step backwards from the 10 of Cups, which is that happily ever after, that happy fairy tale love connection we all dream about. This is a step backwards from that. I'm not sure if this person is thinking about you in terms of you're single and, oh shit, Knight of Swords. This is the fastest knight in the deck. This is like rushing forward, taking this rapid, decisive action on something. A lot of times this will be someone who doesn't think first. They just do it. They do it and they don't think about it until after they've already done it. So I don't know if this person presented themselves physically and emotionally as if they were single, and then they took off like a bat out of hell and did this like spur of the moment impulsive decision, or if this person is looking at you and going, okay, it feels like they're single now, maybe I should bolt and I should do this now. Let me look one more back there. Yeah, I got 2 of Swords right behind that. Libra energy of a decision that needs made, only it hasn't been made yet. The blindfold on this person can represent that they don't have enough information available to make their decision, which is why they haven't done it yet. I don't really see that though. This is usually like I did it first and didn't think about it. And this is like the thinking about it. This is the second guessing of it. That blindfold can also represent someone having blinders on. In other words, something's here and I don't want to see that. I don't want that to be a possibility. I don't even want to look at that. And avoiding it is preventing a decision from getting made. Now, every once in a while, this card will get referred to as like a narcissist kind of an energy, whether that's a person that is a narcissist or has narcissistic tendencies and qualities about them. Like when you see this, it's all about me, myself, and I, like physically and emotionally. It could be that, and this could just be them being stubborn and deciding not to choose. But this is almost looking like, man, feeling like you're single and maybe I need to move on that, but there's something that I'm not making that decision for some reason. That's underlying their feelings for you, Scorpio. What's actually out here in their feelings? King of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the World. The King of Wands is Leo or Sagittarius energy, depending on how you view that. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what they want. They go after what they want. They don't take no for an answer. They don't let obstacles get in their way and stop them. This is like, I'm going to find a way to get what I want, or I'm going to make a way to get what I want. Very driven, motivated, determined, ambitious energy. It's also the pinnacle of the wand suit, and the wand is the phallic symbol of the deck. It's the male you-know-what, using it to do you-know-what, sexual energy, all that fun stuff. This is the pinnacle of that suit. So it's not just someone who's driven and motivated in the normal sense. It's also probably someone who's driven and motivated by that passion, desire, sexual energy end of things as well. First card in their feelings, this person is feeling heavily attracted to you. Four of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is an energy of not being fully happy with what I have right in front of me, not being fully content with what I have in front of me, so much so that I'm daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that I believe might lead me to happiness and fulfillment. I got 9 cups here, and I'm okay by myself, but if I had this other cup, everything would be even better. That's what this is looking like to me. Got a lot of desire for it. Now, on the negative side, this can indicate that this person's not happy when they're looking at 3 cups, and 3 cups represents being together, being united, or being reunited. Maybe I'm not happy because we're not together, and I'm daydreaming about us being together. Sometimes this card can indicate that I'm not happy when I am together with you and something's missing, and I'm thinking about this other person that could make me happy. Could be we got somebody acting single when they're not. Sometimes I'll get this card when there's a love offer on the table between the two of you already, and it hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air with nothing really being done about it. And this could be like I'm sidetracked by that. Like, when's an answer going to come in? I want this really bad. It could also be that this person has like a lot of passion and desire and drive in that department, and they're not fully content, and there's this other thing they got their mind on. But either way, I've got the World as the final card in their feelings. This is the final card of the major arcana. It's completions of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of the next cycle. In terms of zodiac signs, this is the 4 fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. I've got 2 cards that can represent Leo out here already. I've got 1 Cancer energy. I've also got a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius out here as well. A little bit of Virgo, a little bit of Pisces. You could be dealing with any of those signs. Hell, you could be dealing with any sign. This is a collective reading. It's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you're dealing with as an individual person, because here I'm not really tapping into your specific energy as an individual person like I would if I was doing a personal reading with you and it's just you and me one-on-one. Here I'm tapping into thousands of Scorpio people at the same time. So I'm just going to keep calling these signs out as they stick out to me, just in case they mean anything to you. But we got a couple Leo cards out here, just tossing that out there. Let's take a look at what this person's thinking about you, Scorpio. Oh, hey, what's this person thinking about Scorpio? All right. Yeah, and you saw me turn 2 cards right side up. I don't read reversals, so when they come out upside down, I just flip them right side up and move on, unless I get screamed at and I'm told that I'm not supposed to do that. So that didn't happen here. Did get 3 major arcana cards here. What's underlying their thoughts about you, Scorpio? King of Pentacles. This is Taurus or Virgo energy. This is usually like husband kind of an energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be like legally married husband. This could be someone who is just committed boyfriend or person who is like wanting to build their life around you, thinking about things in terms of being husband or being like provider, being like the person that's going to build a life around you. And right behind that energy, I've got the Moon. This is fear, worry, and anxiety, usually from uncertainty. Like when the moon's out and it's dark outside, you can't see the full path in front of you. So it's easy to get turned around and not be certain, am I on the right path for me? Was this even the right path to begin with? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Should I turn around and go back? Is this husband thing or building a life around you thing going to happen, or is it not going to happen? And this could be like the uncertainty around that causing fear, worry, and anxiety. It can also represent something being hidden in the dark, or a secret being kept. I've got the 5 of Pentacles behind that Taurus energy. 5s are conflict and change. This is abandonment. This is being cast aside, being left out in the cold, discarded, walked away from. This is a breakup kind of an energy here. I'm wondering if this person is thinking about whether or not you are single or not. I saw both of the single energies on the bottom when I look at their feelings and all this drive, but then there's something they're not happy with. 3 cups, in fact, and thinking about this other cup and an ending to a cycle and a beginning of a new cycle. And now I've got like husband type energy with uncertainty behind it and breakup. Like, I'm not sure if you've left your husband or not. Or it could also be you broke up with me and I wanted to be husband, and now I'm not sure if this breakup is like real or not. Behind that energy, behind that breakup, this is feeling like breakup with husband, and I'm not sure if you have or not. Or if not husband, break up with the person that you're with, that you're building a life with. And I'm not sure if you have or not, but behind the idea of it being abandoned and broken up, there's the Sun, which is a Leo major arcana card. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than that. That would probably indicate that this person has a lot of happiness attached to you, and underlying their thinking on a deeper level is this happiness with you, but it's looking like breakup in there. The other meaning to the Sun, besides just happiness, is it's the card that comes after the Moon in the sequence of the major arcana. And I've got like the King of Pentacles and then the Moon. And when the moon's out and it's dark and you can't see everything, and like maybe that's something hidden in the dark or a secret being kept, the next step would be the Sun comes up and now it's not dark anymore. And now I can see all that stuff that was hiding in the dark, and I can see it for what it is. It's like it gets illuminated. It gets exposed. This is really feeling like the idea of you breaking up with somebody leads them to happiness, but they're just not sure if you've broken up. Therefore, I'm not sure about my happiness here. That's underlying their thinking about you, Scorpio. What's in their thoughts about you? The Hierophant, the Emperor, and the Fool. This is really feeling like you have someone already, and this person is wanting them out of the way. The Hierophant is the Taurus major arcana card. It's a card of commitment. It's about being fully committed to something bigger than yourself. In a relationship reading, this would be full commitment to the relationship. This is a marriage card. This is either like taking that connection to the next level of like moving in together, living together, being engaged, being married. It's something in that regard. I've seen this King of Pentacles a couple of times now. There's some element of a commitment here, and I don't know if it's between this person and you. It doesn't look like it. It's looking like that's where they're wanting this to go. But then it's also with the Emperor here. This is Aries major arcana. It's about taking control of a situation, taking charge of a situation. This is a master manifester in the sense of it's a person, it's like this King of Wands on steroids, really. Like this is a person who has all the tools, abilities, and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute that plan to get what they want. This a lot of times will represent like a blocking energy. Like there's someone in control here that's setting the boundaries, and they're calling the shots and dictating policy. And it's almost like this commitment is the thing blocking me. And that's in terms of their thoughts. That could be why they're not happy with the situation. There might be you have someone else already and that's on their mind. It's almost like either I want commitment with you and there's something standing in the way of us taking this blind leap of faith. That's what this is looking like to me. The Fool is the first card of the major arcana. It's card 0. It's the first card of the whole tarot deck. So this is a legitimate new beginning at something. It's a new beginning where I don't really know what all the steps are first. And I don't know how it's going to work out first. I don't know how it's going to end up. And this is about saying, screw it. I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm going to leap off the cliff and I'll worry about how to grow wings on my way down. I'll figure this out as I move along. Now it can represent foolish behavior, foolish decision making, taking risks that are unnecessary or risks outside of a connection. This is feeling like the beginning here. And either there's a commitment that you already have that's in the way, and they're thinking about this, and like not sure if you've broken up with your significant other or not. And my happiness is back there, and the 10 of Pentacles is back there, which is a combined together life. I get that when people are married, like the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles make the 10 of Pentacles, which is like husband and wife energy, combined together life energy. And then I've got death behind it. And like almost like this combined together life aspect has to come to an end so I can create the thing that I want here, which is like taking this leap of faith. Now, it's also interesting that I've got the Fool card 0, the first card of the major arcana, and the World in the same column. Last card of the major arcana. This is the completion of a cycle, and at the same time starting back over at the Fool again on some new cycle. So it's almost like this person wanting one thing for you to come to an end so that this new thing with you can begin. This is really strongly feeling like you have someone already, and this person is unsure whether you still have them or is it safe to move, and they can't decide yet. Let's take a look at their intentions toward you here in March 2025, Scorpio. What are this person's intentions towards Scorpio in March 2025, please? Okie dokie. All right. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their intentions. 9 of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This is a defensive energy. This is being walled off and defensive about something. This is the wounded warrior, and he's been hurt. Hence this wall he's built around himself. It's a defense mechanism. It's his way of trying to protect himself so he doesn't get hurt again, so he doesn't continue to get hurt. He's trying to heal. He's trying to get his energy right so he can move forward and take the next step in his journey here. So this can represent that your person behind their intentions is this idea of not wanting to get hurt and keeping their walls up to protect themselves. The problem with that is, look at the wall. It's just sticks in the ground. Like if you wanted to get to this dude and hurt him, those sticks aren't going to stop you. You could just barrel right through that. You could squeeze right between them. You could get past the barrier and actually hurt him. So he's not safe. And that's the way the walls are that we build to protect ourselves. They don't really protect us like we want them to. It's more like a security blanket. The problem with it is, when somebody goes hiding behind their walls like this, it can easily go from a protection to more like a fence or a cage that just keeps them isolated and away from the thing that they actually want. So there is a little bit of cautionary stuff with that, but this is feeling like behind their intentions is them not wanting to get hurt. Yeah, 5 of Swords is behind that wall here. This is definitely about not wanting to get hurt. The 5 of Swords is Aquarius energy. 5s are conflict. This is either a conflict in thinking or a conflict in communicating. This could be bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons. This could be like, this is at its core a mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. It can be a betrayal. It can be a big fight. It's not good energy. It's painful, and this person is not wanting to experience that. Right behind that painful thing here is this 9 of Pentacles again, that Virgo energy of single, physically single, and the 9 of Cups again, emotionally single. This is almost like I got 3 9s here. 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. And 3 of Wands behind that. 999. There's a lot of single energy here. There's pain there. Like sometimes that 5 of Swords is kind of like a person who's stuck in this spot where I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't, because I don't want to hurt anybody and I don't want to get hurt myself, but it doesn't matter what I do in this situation, someone is going to get hurt, and I don't want to hurt anybody. If I choose to do option A, maybe you get hurt. If I choose to do option B, maybe your person gets hurt. If I choose to do option C, maybe I get hurt. Like, so no matter what, somebody's going to get hurt here if you're not single, is what this is looking like. And that's where their wall is at. This is where, like, I don't want that level of pain of acting as if you're single when you're not. I want to take this leap of faith on a commitment with you, but it's almost like there's something blocking that, or there is another commitment already that's stopping us from having a new beginning, which is why I'm wanting the ending to a cycle to start a new one. This Three of Wands in the background is Aries energy of waiting, essentially. This is like that middle stage of manifesting something, like where I've already decided what it is that I want. And I've already chosen the path that I think is going to get me to this thing that I want. And I've started taking steps down that path. I've started taking actions to try to get the thing that I want. And I believe what I want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. So this is that point where I'm still kind of like waiting on it to happen. Waiting on you to be single is what this is looking like. Now, I guess I could be reading this backwards, and this person could be in a connection already and really wants to be with you, and the commitment that they have already is in the way of taking this blind leap of faith. But it's feeling much more like they think you have someone else. When I look at their actual intentions that came out, Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Devil. Excuse me, this Ace of Wands, in their intentions, this is a new beginning in passion and desire. This is typically like sparking up some new passionate connection here. It is the phallic symbol of the deck. It's the male you-know-what, sexual energy, all that fun stuff. And like I said, at the very top of this column, King of Wands is the pinnacle of that wand suit. So they definitely have attraction toward you. There's a commitment in the middle of this attraction. So it could be commitment with you is what they want, but it could also be like, I got all this attraction, but there's a commitment here for you already. Either way, this is them intending to start a passionate new beginning with you. Next in their intention, Seven of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is a period of time for one of two reasons. This is either A, I'm taking this pause to reflect and take stock of this connection with you, take stock of this whole situation I'm finding myself in, and I'm looking at the seeds that have been planted between the two of us, and I'm trying to decide, is this ever going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that I want, this combined together life with you that I want? Is this worth me continuing to invest my time, effort, and energy into this, or is this maybe not going to pan out the way I want it to, and maybe it's time for me to cut my losses and move on? So this can represent that period of time where that kind of stuff is being contemplated. I've got at the top of that column, Four of Cups, which is like, I'm not fully happy with this, and there's this thing that I'm missing right now that would make me happy. And it's like a period of time where I still don't have this thing that would make me happy. And in the middle of that is the Emperor again, like feeling like someone is blocking this. Someone else is in control of me getting what I want. It's looking like you have another commitment besides this person, and they're not sure if it's over. Final card. I guess the other thing that this Seven of Pentacles can mean, besides period of time to pause and reflect and take stock of it all, could be a period of time where seeds have already been planted between the two of you. And, you know, it's like if you go plant an apple seed right now, you're not going to wake up tomorrow and get apples. It doesn't work that way. There's a big lag time from when you plant the seed on something to when it's fully grown and developed and blossomed, and now you can like harvest it and reap some rewards off of it. This would be that period of time where we've already planted seeds on this thing, but it's still not ready yet. There's still something blocking it. So it's looking like they're intending to continue to allow a period of time, but before that, they're intending to spark this up with you. The final card in their intentions is a little concerning. It's the Devil. This is Capricorn's major arcana card. This is usually heavy toxic energy. It can be obsession, addiction, a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like I can't escape something. There's two control energies in tarot, the Devil and this Emperor card, right smack in the center. This is usually someone is in control and has taken charge of their situation. And this is usually something else is in control and it has control over me and I don't have control over it. And there's really nothing I can do against it. And it's like, I'm chained here. I'm handcuffed. I'm being controlled. It's tied to ending of a cycle so a new one can begin, and there's the blind leap of faith on the new one, and it's like maybe an obsession with that. Like this is like an obsessive kind of an energy, but can also be just like an unhealthy kind of an energy. Like this idea of waiting. It's like, it's got funk tied to it. And when I look this direction diagonally, I go from the devil to the emperor to the king of wands, like this thing that I want really, really bad. And I feel like I can't escape from it and it's got control over me. There's something else in the way of it, of me getting to it. It seems like you have another commitment. Let's take a look at what this person's most likely to actually do as we move through March 2025. What this person's most likely actions going to be towards Scorpio March 2025, please. Got some extra ones here. Like this feels like really pent up energy. And now blam, and what they're most likely to do is like a little explosive. I did see that Knight of Swords right at the beginning behind the two single energies. Like that's very like pit bull on the end of a leash where it's just like pulling and pulling and pulling. And if you let go, it's like, boom, it's on it. And that's kind of what their energy feels like to me, like really pent up and like this waiting is getting to me. And now blam, all this energy comes out. What's underlying their most likely actions? The moon. Fear, worry, and anxiety from uncertainty. Secret being kept, something hidden in the dark, information not revealed. Related to 5 of Pentacles, Taurus energy of abandonment, breakup. And behind the breakup is the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. It's like I'm wanting illumination on whether you're still with your person or not. I'm wanting answers because my happiness is dependent upon you breaking up. That's what this really feels like. It's like I'm handcuffed to this and there's nothing I can do because this other person is in my way. And there's been this period of time where I'm not happy with it, waiting on the thing I'm missing, and this period of time of dealing with this. And now maybe I'm contemplating whether or not I can continue putting up with this level of like, or not. Uncertainty about whether you're still with them or not. When I look at their actual most likely actions, Judgment, 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 7 of Cups, Page of Cups. Judgment is the most powerful decision card in the deck. This is about passing a final verdict in judgment on something. In a relationship reading, this is either A, we're calling it dead and over with and there is no coming back from it, or B, this is about resurrection. It's about bringing it back to life and transforming it so it's never this way again. They're most likely to like want a decision or get a decision or maybe try to push for a decision. I'm not sure. Maybe they're going to make their own damn decision here. Like, I want to start this up and commitment with you. Like, that's where my desire is at. Here we are, though, running into another marriage card in the way. Like, this decision needs to happen to move forward. But then I've got this 4 of Wands, Aries energy, stability of the home, stability of the family, stability of the connection. This is a celebration of home and family. It's often referred to as a marriage card. I've got the Hierophant out here. I'm getting hints all over the place that you have someone else that you are stable with right now. I've got a 4 in this column. The 4 of the major arcana, the Emperor, which rules over these stability energies of the 4s. I've got a 4 right next to that. So I've got 4, 4, 4, 4 out here. Man. It's like there's decision about stability of home and family. decision about stability of this connection. There's this period of time where I've been waiting on this so we can spark up something new, and I'm controlled on both sides of it here. Four of Swords is Libra energy. This would be stability of the thinking, stability of the mind, like calming the mind down, trying to like chill out so I can figure out what to do. It can represent a pause or a rest or a break. It's tied to this devil energy here. It's like, this feels like someone kind of struggling to maintain right now. I got Seven of Cups right past that Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. And there's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different ways this could play itself out. And there's a lot of emotions involved. And it's also, I don't want to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup. And the clouds of smoke can represent clouded judgment, emotional confusion, emotions clouding my decision making here, not being able to clearly see everything. I've got the moon here. Like this could be like, I don't know what to do. I just don't want to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup here, which is probably why I'm trying to chill out right now. But there's also this devil energy attached to it. So it's not like this person doesn't feel like they have full control here, which is why they're not sure what to do. The final card and what they're most likely to do is the Page of Cups. This is news and messages and communications about love and emotions, expressing feelings, early stages of a love offer, like flirty behavior. I've got a card that could indicate there's something happening between the two of you already. It just hasn't been fully acknowledged. It hasn't been said yes or no to. It's just left hanging in the air. This would be a not fully developed energy because the pages are the lowest form of the court card. It's like emotionally not fully developed yet. Can even be like sleight of hand kind of an energy. There's a fish in the cup and it's almost like, hey, look at that. So you don't really see what's going on with me. I think what's going on with this person is they're having some emotional turmoil right now. I'm not sure if you see it, but it looks like they're going to make you aware of it. They're going to communicate emotions. They're going to pass some sort of a judgment or expect some sort of big decision here related to stability. Not just of the connection that you have with this person, but the other connection that it looks like you have. In this, I need to chill out so I can figure this out kind of an energy. Your person looks like they're having a rough time, Scorpio. Let's scoot them over a little bit and get you some advice on how to navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person here in March 2025. What should you do? What should you not do? How should you play it so things work out in the way that's best for you and your own greatest good? Okay, let me put these in order so I don't screw them up here. Let's get one more for the advice for Scorpio, please. Thank you. Well. Underlying your advice. King of Pentacles. You don't say. We saw that toward the very beginning a couple of times. Made me think that you are already in a commitment with someone else. And now here it is again. This is like, it's Taurus energy. It could be Virgo, depending on how you view it. But this is more like husband, person I'm building a life with. And then I have Strength right behind that. The Leo Major Arcana card. Very difficult situation behind the husband energy here. Doesn't have to be like legally married husband. That could just be committed person I'm in a relationship with that's building a life with me. But there's some difficult thing going on behind that. And it's taking a lot of internal strength to make it through. You have the strength to make it through. You're just going to be forced to find it and tap into it and put it to use. This can also represent trying to tame that beast inside yourself, where you're trying to rein yourself in and hold yourself back and not let yourself do something that might be some kind of a mistake. So it's like resisting a piece of yourself here. And 10 of Wands right behind that. Sagittarius energy of a heavy burden that's being carried here. It's something that's weighing you down and holding you back. It is a 10, and 10s are completions. So this is supposed to be the spot where you lay this burden down and move on without it. This feeling like struggling to carry something that I don't want to carry and feeling like maybe I have to carry. Behind that burden is the Queen of Pentacles. So now I've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles out here. This is like husband-wife energy. Doesn't have to be married. Can just be fully committed relationship, you know, living together, engaged, going down that kind of a path here. And King of Swords behind it. So there's two kings showing up here. A difficult decision, or situation, I should say, and burden between the husband and wife energies here. And behind the wife is the King of Swords. Logic, reason. This would be Aquarius energy, Gemini energy. Could be like a male air sign. It could just represent someone who's very smart and logical and rational and analytical, and they're trying to make a decision based on truth and facts and what I can see and what I can verify, not based on emotions. This is usually a person who tosses the emotions out the window and does not let the emotions get involved in their decision making. It's usually very strategic kind of an energy here. I'm Scorpio rising myself, and like I know Scorpio is supposed to be King of Cups, but I get this for Scorpio a lot because we're super analytical, we're super detail oriented, and we spend a lot of time in our own heads like plotting and planning on things here, calculating strategy. You got something that you need to figure out. It's a decision-making energy for sure. And I got King of Cups right behind it. Like, you cannot make this shit up. Like, to me, that's Scorpio in a nutshell. Like, both sides of the coin here. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Head versus heart decision making here. Okay, you got something big going on. This is starting to look like you're already in a commitment and you maybe not wanting to be there. When I look at what actually came out for your advice, Scorpio, I get Judgment, the Star, the Six of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Well, Judgment being your first card, it's kind of, it's the first card that was in what this person's most likely actions are going to be. Final decision being passed here. Final verdict and judgment coming down. This is either dead and over with, or this is resurrecting it and bringing it back to life. This might be a case of where you have another significant person and something has happened between the two of you maybe, and now you've met this person and now you have to make some sort of a decision. And maybe it's a decision about the connection that you already have that's not with them. And you're going to have to either call that one dead and over with or resurrect that one of the two. And then I've got the Star next, which is Aquarius Major Arcana card, hope, healing. This usually indicates the hope that we can heal this thing. It's the card that comes after the Tower. So you don't make it to the Star without going through a tower, like some game changer first. That tower is sometimes the collapse of a relationship. Sometimes it's the collapse of a belief system. Sometimes it's just some event that happens that now nothing's the same as it was before that. And now a decision has to be made. And like, there's hope here, probably for healing something. And that's what this person looked like. They were not sure if you're single. There's that other person still in charge, like blocking what they want from happening. And I did see the moon here, like unsure about breakup, uncertain about breakup. And breakup is required for me to get my happiness, is what that looks like. But here in your energy, it's almost looking like you still have hope that this can be resurrected with the other person. I've got Six of Pentacles next, which is Taurus energy of balance. It's like generosity, reciprocity, like you scratch my back, I scratch your back, we take care of each other kind of a thing, equal give and take. It can represent trying to balance something back out, hoping that we can heal something, making the decision to heal something and balance something back out. The problem with this energy is it can sometimes indicate the merchant giving to two people in the physical sense. Oh man, and that's smack in the center of your advice. It's possible that you have someone else that, like, something has been wrong between the two of you, and maybe you met this person and they want to move forward, but that your significant other is in the way still. And here it's almost looking like still hoping that you can heal that connection. But now we've already had the game changer. Like, that's why we're at the star. The game changer has already happened. Some tower moment has happened. And this is possibly you having two people now. It could just be you wanting to balance things out with whoever this King of Pentacles person is. Husband, fiance, committed person you've been in a relationship with, like spend a lot of time together kind of a thing. You could just be wanting to heal that and balance that back out. I've got 10 of Cups next, which is Pisces energy. This is most people's goal in love and relationships. I saw 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups in the underlying energy twice, with them worrying about whether or not you're single. Well, this would indicate that you're not. This is a combined together emotional energy. Like, we're pouring ourselves into each other and everyone's fully happy and loved. And this is the happily ever after card. Man, and then I've got 3 of Cups, which is Cancer energy. It's got 2 meanings. This can be about reconciliation. It can be about being reunited and celebrating, which is what this is looking like all over it down here. The other meaning to this card is it can represent a third-party love triangle, because we do have 3 cups of love in the picture. So in your advice, I've got what looks like resurrecting and healing and rebalancing this happily ever after love connection that you're already in with someone, but there's some sort of like difficult situation that's weighing it down and holding it back. And this is like balancing it out and getting back to being happy again and reuniting and being happy again. I could also take this, though, that there's some decision got made and maybe you were apart from this person and now there's this idea of getting back together, but you've already started something new with this person now and you're not sure which one is happily ever after for you. It could totally be either one of those 2 situations, so you're just going to have to take it however it resonates for you.